Oh, bollocks. Hang on. Oh, hell. I didn't want to do it that way. I wanted to do it the other way. It's supposed to be the other way around. Hang on. Well, I'm here. Can you all hear me? I can't see you because I've got the wrong equipment with me today. How are we, guys? I'm at the Park Hotel in Chichester, where quite a significant crowd has arrived, and I've been chatting to some of the guys here. The guy with the music specifically, he's playing a little bit of Royal Britannia, and I've asked him that if it's too loud, could he turn it off because of copyright. Yeah, it's probably a little bit too loud. I'm going to go in and chat to the guys that are here. I've got a few people lined up that are prepared to talk, and let's go and have a little YouTube. I'm sorry, I've got very little control over what music is being displayed on here. Displayed, is that the right word? Let's have a little chat, see who's in the comments already. Bloodnose, hello mate, thank you for joining. Who else we got? We got Paul, Sylvia, Matthew Whedon, hello mate. Pip T, hello. Tony Tasker, hello mate. Good to see all the regulars here. Good to see you. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for your subscription. Very much appreciative. And it's nice to see you all here. We've got a lot of support from the locals here in Chichester. Let's have a cheeky little look, see what they look like. I really didn't want this to be a vertical. He looks like he's going around a speedway track. Right, let's go and have a little chin wag. His dog wants to say hello. Yeah, that's too loud. We'll wait till that song finishes. It's a tall bloke there with a cap. Turn it off, please, mate. Turn it off. Sylvia's cooking dinner. It's a bit early tonight because I had no say in what time this started. At 6 o'clock all over the country, people are showing their communities, are coming out in droves. And yes, Bloodnose, this here is a migrant hotel in Sussex. We've got Bobby's on the beat, keep an eye. And so far, no lefties. I was hoping to have a chinwag. There's someone there with a megaphone. I don't even know if I can zoom in. I can zoom in. I've just given him the nod, asked him to turn the music off. And he has, because he's a good lad. Thank you very much for that. I'm just going to come through and chat to a couple of people, find out why they're here. Do you want to ask me a few questions? No. I was going to start there, but they're all busy saying hello to their friends. Hi guys, good to see you. Good turnout. There was a few people here that didn't want to go live. You're someone that didn't want to go live, aren't you?
Oh, you haven't spoken to me.
Oh, did I not ask you?
No.
Do you want to go live? I'm on YouTube live right now.
I'll go live.
You go live? You don't mind? I won't get your son involved. First of all, what's your name?
Carly.
And you're a local resident here in Chichester?
I actually live in Bognor, but I can feel it creeping towards us, and I'm here to support Chichester, and I am also supporting other towns, Portsmouth, Southampton, all along the coast.
Yeah, well, so you've been to a few of these?
Yeah, I'm getting out there, yeah.
Well, I'm a Sussex resident. I come from East Sussex.
Nice.
We're in the poor part.
Okay.
But I don't hold that against me. I've got a microphone there. I'll try and keep that there so I can keep an eye on you. I'm trying to look at you on there. So, why have you decided to come here today?
Because I've been part of the movement for about a year now, and nothing is actually changing. The police have no powers. neither does social services. Every system is failing and broken. We're completely overrun, and something has to be done to stop this.
What do you think they're going to do? Are they going to listen to us?
No, they have a completely different agenda. I think we're all going to have a bit of a different outcome to what everyone thinks is going to happen.
What do you think about the people on the other side, the hard left, who turn up with their signs paid for by Unite? And
I think they're crazy, absolutely crazy. They're being paid to do what they're doing, and if they're not, they should be in a mental institution. These people are really mentally unstable and should not be out on the streets.
They are unhinged, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, completely.
And they call us fascists,
Yeah, they
Nazis.
do. They call us all sorts of things.
How can we be a Nazi when we're here with the Union flag, for crying out loud?
Of course.
I mean, that is the ultimate symbol of the opposite of Nazi fascism.
Of course, it is. We're
They're
here
crazy.
doing what they are claiming that they're doing.
And now, you mentioned earlier that these people are getting paid. Obviously not all of them, but I have heard that some are getting paid up to £40 to stay on site and protest for 3 hours. Have you heard that?
Yes, I've heard the same thing.
And where have you heard that from?
I've heard it through various different people. I'm in quite a few different groups, patriot groups and things, and I've heard it through the grapevine.
Good song.
Yeah.
We'll end it on there. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Wow, so there we are. There's just one local person who's quite intellectually giving her opinion. Let's have the other side. There's a lot of support here in Chichester. Quite proud, actually. It's a good feeling. It's a bit like being at a music festival without the music, although there was music until I asked him politely to turn it off. So, let's have a little mingle, shall we, and see who else is here. There's a lot of people come from a long way, I think. Can I ask you, superhero, with your cape, why you've come here today to show your support?
To stop the boats.
Good start, stopping the boats. That would be the great place to start. Are they going to do that, do you think?
If Starmer goes out, yeah, I expect they will.
Starmer said that was his manifesto. He was going to stop the gangs, and that's what he thought was going to get him in. And now he's in. What's he done about it?
Well, he's a liar. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much.
Send him back.
Well, that's what we all want them to do.
Stop the boats.
Stop the boats. That is the message here. Stop the boats. Everyone is saying the same thing. Stop the boats.
Our children are supposed to be sacrificed for a government that says, sorry, we just want the votes of the migrants who are coming here because they're the ones who are going to vote for us.
And how are we treated if we voice those opinions?
Let's see. Lucy Connolly was thrown in prison. Peter Lynch was thrown in prison
Rest
and
his
he's
soul.
dead. How many more people have been thrown in prison for tweets? Online Safety Act, that's to spy on us.
That's
against
nothing to do with children.
No, migration. So it's just a corrupt government. Churchill would be rolling in his grave.
My father would be rolling in his grave.
So my mum's. She thought her dad fought in the Second World War.
My dad was in the Second World War.
was at Dunkirk. Yeah.
He would be turning in his grave, bless his heart.
It's sickening, isn't it?
Yeah,
It truly is.
They're moving into housing estates all over the Chichester areas and that. Ain't they? Yeah. My daughter's just moved somewhere.
I have to move away from the music, I'm afraid,
Yeah.
because of copyright.
Okay.
But thank you very much for your support. Nice to meet you.
If these is the ones who are coming here, we know what country they come from. They want us to be afraid.
Look, I've heard there's all sorts of rumours online about the ISIS members coming over. Have you heard that?
My mum showed me, but yeah, but that's the thing. People like, there's other YouTubers who've covered it. All it takes is one of these people, one of these migrants, one of these Islamists to start something, and then that's it, the country.
It's a tinderbox just waiting to burn.
Yeah,
isn't
and then
it?
the thing is, these Islamists, they think they're tough. They think, oh, we can take over this country. All it would take is, we will show them that we're tougher. That British toughness, the lion. We are the British lion.
Our American friends are accusing us of having no backbone. Not all of them. One of my moderators on here at the moment is an American. In fact, both of them work for American companies. And some, I've seen it myself. I wouldn't be making this up. They say that we haven't got a backbone because we just do nothing. But I don't think that's going to last for too long. And I'm quite worried about the consequences when we do something.
Well, just for those who are from America, we do have a backbone, we're tolerant, but that tolerance is about to snap.
Yeah.
And when we do, well, just let's say anyone, I'm not saying every illegal, some of them are nice, but there's only a certain group of illegal migrants who are vile.
They are worse than vile, but they've got a completely different cultural understanding.
They shouldn't be here.
They shouldn't be over here. And if they're going to come over here, then please do it legally and abide by our culture.
And if not, get out of our country.
Please go. Thank you very much
That's
for
okay.
your support. Good to see you. Wow, quite moving there, really, and honest, open. You can't argue with them, and yet plenty of people do argue with them, don't they? So where do we go from here? Well, I'm going further away from the music. That's where I'm going, and I'm going to turn the camera around so I can see. Oh, here's someone that I really want to talk to. Hello, good evening. Hello, sir. Would you be prepared to speak live on YouTube?
Yeah, right.
I love what you're wearing. Can I ask you your name?
Brian.
Hello, Brian. I'm Russ. You're on Absolutely Average channel at the moment. I'm from East Sussex, the poor part of Sussex. I've migrated. Am I okay to migrate over to the west?
Yeah, well, I don't live in Sussex. I come down from Waterlooville.
Waterlooville?
Waterlooville, yeah.
Wow, because they've got their own problems there, haven't
I
they?
was there last Wednesday. Yeah,
So-
Al Jazeera was there last Wednesday.
Really?
And today they're at South Parade Pier.
So what brings you over here from Waterlooville?
Well, I've been associated with the Chichester People First for a couple of years, you know. But there hasn't been a protest there since last August, you know.
Last August?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got
All right.
500 members, but only about 10 or 15 usually turn up.
Bloody hell. Well, I think times are changing, sir.
Yeah.
This is just Chichester, and there are these happening all over the country tonight as we speak. Thank you very much, Brian. Nice to speak to you. Well, Brian from the RAF, I assume. Let me just get a little bit further away and see what you guys are saying. Just catch up. No backbone. I'm sorry, blood. This is about migrants, not plasticine. Yep, I know, mate. 2,500 on this live at the moment. Chat is manic. Sorry, guys. Zach's channel. Wait. How can England? Same. Go back when England has gone and raided so many countries and stole from them and ruined their country. But now it's the other way around, and you're all crying. Well, I can answer that. Zach's channel. We have not only risked our servicemen and women in conflicts throughout the world, but we have lost servicemen and women in conflicts all over the world. Now, if you go to historically in Afghanistan, I have friends who were fighting in Afghanistan, and they were training the Afghans, the army there, to look after and work with the British forces. The Afghan army were getting high on opium and shooting the British service guys in the back. So that's just one little, let me just get a bit of shield behind this here bus stop. Might be a little bit quieter. So that's just one little bit. The Afghans that were helping us, like translators and bits and pieces like that, yes, of course, they deserve to have higher. How are you? What are you up to?
Do you know what? I'm here, right? Because all this shit they say about this, that, and the other, right? And all of that crap is bullshit. Who's fighting out there?
Who's what?
Who's fighting? Who's fighting?
Nobody's fighting.
Exactly.
Nobody's violent.
Exactly, my friend.
This is a peaceful protest.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've come down here to say hello.
From where? Who do you represent then?
Who do I represent? Nobody. What do you mean? In terms of who I voted for?
Well, you've come over to say hello as opposed to joining.
Joining for what?
Well, the peaceful protest. Are you protesting?
No, mate. Listen, I live in Chichester. I drove past there. I don't go that way because that road's shut. So I drove round because it's shut. And I walked past the harvester and I look, you know.
So you just come here to find out what's going on?
Yeah, Rob. Of course, mate, you know.
So
Of course, why would I not?
are you aware of the residents inside that hotel?
Yeah.
And what's your feeling about that?
What's your feeling about that?
My feeling about that is, are you all live at the moment? On
Yeah,
what?
no, not live, I was recording. I don't
Oh,
know what live
recording.
is, I don't know how to do live shit.
Okay.
ADHD, bro, you know, I've got ADHD.
Well, that's fine. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's a superpower for me.
I represent a couple of charities. One of them is a veterans charity that is
I
working
was just
quite
talking to that
hard.
gentleman over there just a minute ago.
Yep.
That one there. And where I worked for Salvation Army for 7 years doing charity, I was telling them about these 3 soldiers with PTSD. And they had no help, no nothing, they were on the street. It took me 4 years for one of the guys to even look at me because he was all tripping out.
Yep.
Right? So,
Okay, so getting back to your question, why I'm here, I represent a couple of charities. I'm a veteran myself. I spent time in both the Army Medical Corps and in the Royal Corps of Transport. Now, I'm quite sick to death of having the government mistreat, in fact, ignore our veterans to the point where if you go to DJ Media on YouTube, he's put 2 veterans in a hotel at his own expense because they were sleeping rough on the streets in Nuneaton.
right.
So he's paid out of his own pocket for 2 veterans to get off the street.
I've done that, mate. I've done that plenty of times as well. I think it's a nice thing. It's the right thing to do, right? It's
Yeah.
the right thing to do. But when they all say we've nicked all their jobs and all that crap, we haven't nicked their jobs. Well, you know what I mean? That's the bit I don't get.
But those veterans have got no help from the government. And that is a little bit disgusting, don't you think?
Everybody should get help, my friends.
Exactly.
Everybody should get help, right?
But when these veterans
Yeah.
are turned away by their council and they're asked 2 questions, have you got any mental health issues? They say no. Have you got any drugs or alcohol issues? They say no.
A lot of them do because I've seen it.
A lot of them do,
I
yes.
used to feed them out of my own pocket.
Yep, and I do a lot of charity for them as well. Now, when the council are saying to these 2 veterans that there's nothing that they can do, and yet there are hotels and houses of multiple occupants being picked up from the channel, taken directly to the comfortable home, given clothing, given a choice of phones, given 3 meals a day, given a hotel bed for extended, God knows how long, where's the justice? Where's the balance?
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. No, you got a point. You got a point made. But
That is
somebody-
what these people here
Yeah.
are here to protest peacefully
Yeah.
about, because there is no balance.
There is no balance. Well, you know, you're kind of right. But why are these people coming over? Do you think? Why do you think they come over?
They're economic migrants
Right.
at best.
Okay.
At worst, they are ISIS terrorists.
ISIS are all do you know ISIS was set up by Israel? Come on, man, you know that. You
I
know
don't know
Mossad.
that.
Mossad, yeah?
No.
We all know that. But
No, we
listen,
don't.
So what about all the countries that are raping minerals and gold and oil and all that? What do you think about that? Seriously, what do you think about
I
that?
think it sucks.
There you go. I'm happy you said that because then we all agree.
Every time I see electric vehicles on the road, my heart skips a beat because
Cobalt,
cobalt
DRC Congo.
and the mining
Yes.
and the children being
you
forced.
got a heart. You got a heart.
I have got a heart.
There you go.
And it hurts, and I wear mine on my sleeve, and I say it as it is.
But some of these people think we nick their jobs and stuff, which isn't true. A lot of times I see it online, they do say that. But you're not saying it, and I've been over there, no one's saying it. So, all good.
Interesting choice of scarf, and a lot of people are wearing a Union Jack.
Yeah, what's that? What is it? Why would you say that is?
Well,
What do you think this is?
me personally, I haven't really got an opinion.
I've been fucking recording, mate. I'm a technophobe. When it comes out of tech, my ADHD is all good.
Well, I can't do it again because I'm live streaming at the moment. But
Hello, all right.
you can catch this interview on Absolutely Average. So
Absolutely average.
if you go to YouTube, Absolutely Average, I think we got about, I don't know how many people are watching right now. My moderator did say there was 2,500 people watching right now. Are you
2,500?
close enough? Hello.
Do you know what? I'm trying to read what I'm doing here because I'm a technophobe at the end of the day. So
Oh, well.
I've got the ADHD.
But yeah, you got something to protest about. A lot of these guys have, but some of it, you know, like Tommy Robinson's being funny by the Israelis and all that kind of bullshit is what's going around.
What do you think of Tommy?
What do I think of him? I think he's a racist.
Why do you think he's a racist?
Only what I've seen online.
Exactly. Have you met him?
I know people that met him.
Have you spoken to him?
No, I would love to though.
So everything you know about Tommy
Yeah.
is what you read in the media
see it
and the
online, yeah.
narrative
Yeah.
that they want you to believe.
Well, I've seen too much, right? And I've seen a lot of stories. And even when he talks about paedophilia and stuff like that, I don't agree with none of that. Ask him why 10 of his friends are in prison for paedophilia, which is disgusting. Disgusting. And there's a lot of bullshit about everything, but 10 of his friends, including Mr. Gillette and all those guys, are disgusting. But you're peaceful, right? They're peaceful around here at the moment because they ain't had enough to drink. But let's hope it stays that way. This gentleman, what a lovely guy. What's your channel?
Absolutely Average.
Absolutely average. What's your name?
Russ.
Russ is all right. Say goodbye to Russ.
Goodbye to
If
Russ.
I manage to record enough of it. But look, there's the guys. All good. All good.
All right.
All right, Russ, listen.
Keep it peaceful, keep it friendly.
Yeah, mate, I come here on my own. I'm
So
not
have I.
scared. I ain't done nothing. You guys ain't scaring me, you know what I mean? Whatever will be, will be. Well, look. Yeah, it's all good, mate. But listen, carry on the good, mate.
Take care, fella.
Yes,
What was
I
your
will.
name?
Sid.
Tim.
Sid for short.
Sid.
Sid for short.
Sid. Sid for short.
Yeah, or Saeed is my real name. But I've been called Sid since I was near grass up. I try to get all my friends and my wife to say Saeed, which is my name, and they did it for a day or two, then, you know, back to Sid again. So
A friend of mine's called Saeed.
Pardon?
A friend of mine is called Saeed.
And you got another friend called Saeed as well. Yeah,
Good to meet
Saeed
you.
in Arabic means happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what it
Well,
is.
it suits you.
Yeah, there you go.
Take care.
Take care, mate.
Cunt. Right. Where's everybody? Oh dear. How many people are watching? I can't see. Just trying to catch up on your comments, guys. Herman the Tosser, nice stuff, Russ. Well done. Thank you very much, Herman. Neither American or British want to give away everything to freeloaders. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Hello, Sharon Ray. 2,500 on this live. Is that right? How? How are there 2,500 on this live? I don't believe that. Free Palestine, says Eric, with an angry face. Fools. Why are we fools, Eric? Why are we fools? Action, useful idiot. Oh God. He's the enemy, a confused guy. Wearing that scarf marks you are supporting Palestine. Yeah, I thought that, blood, but I wanted to hear it from him, but he just threw the question straight back at me. It's like he had something to hide. He didn't want to come out too truthful. Free Caroline, not Palestine. I didn't know Caroline needed freeing. 45 watching, thank you very much, blood. It's a bit different to 2,500, not 2,000 here. Kiwi was talking about Paz's. Ah, okay, yep. Well done, Paz. He's in Epping. Right, well, the music's playing. I've spoken to a few people. I think I'm going to wrap that up, jump on my bike. I'll come round the roundabout with my Union Jack on the back of the bike and give them a bib. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Well, I'm glad I got to speak to Happy Sid. Oh yeah, we got some bikes over there. Right, yeah, I better not go anywhere near the music again. I'll say thank you very much, guys, for joining me. Sorry it was early, sorry it was short, but I'm glad I made it. I'll see you lot when you're older. Take care, bye-bye.